What's going on, guys? It's Jay back with a new vid, and today I'm going to address one of the most frequently asked questions on my channel, especially in the comment section. People ask this all the time. I want to go ahead and address it. It's not anything crazy or nothing, but people want to know, how do I afford all my sneakers? And just want to start off by saying I'm not in any way a financial advisor. I don't care what people do with their money, and that's how it is. I mean, you're making your own money, you can do whatever you want with it. Quick little story, guys, a little background before I get into the actual steps on how I get my sneakers, you know, all this money to get the sneakers. I grew up very poor, like dirt poor, guys. Like, I know a lot of people say that, but there was 2 years of my childhood where I grew up homeless. You know, I didn't have a place to call home. My family was very poor. We were always like staying with others, like other relatives or friends, things like that. And it was a pretty bad time in my life. Like, it's a part of my life that I really want to forget about, but at the same time, it's something that I had to go through to kind of get where I am now. I didn't always have money. Like, this is something I had to work for. I'm glad to be where I am at now, but you know, back then I was poor, and I didn't even get my first brand name like Nike sneaker until I was around 15, 16 years old. That's when I started my first job. I was a busboy at a crappy restaurant, just working minimum wage and getting tips. That's when I started really getting into sneakers. I was always into sneakers, like in middle school, but I could never afford them. Like, I would always see kids, you know, playing basketball in them, and really nice Jordan sneakers. Like, their parents had money, they would buy them sneakers. I didn't have that. I was wearing like Airwalk or Pro Wings, like some like really off-brand shoes that were not cool at the time. You know, if you guys are familiar with those brands, you guys probably know what I'm talking about. But I didn't always have money to buy sneakers until I was around 15, 16 years old. That's when I got my first job. I bought my first pair. I believe it was like a Nike Up Tempo or something like that. And ever since then, I've just been really into sneakers. As I got to around 17, 18 years old, I figured that if I bought more than one pair, that I could sell the other pair and then like have that money go towards the pair that I keep. So that's kind of when that started. I mean, that started kind of early for me, and it was the right decision in my opinion, because now at this point in my life, I actually have separate accounts where I have separate accounts for separate hobbies. You know what I mean? So it's not like as soon as I get a paycheck, I'm using it on shoes. I have actually separate accounts to where I can draw from and say, hey, this is the amount I have to spend on sneakers, or if I decide to get rid of some sneakers, I'll put it in that account and kind of refresh, you know, my shoe collection. So I don't want to say it's advice, but me personally, I wouldn't like have a job and work hard for your money just to buy materialistic things. That's not me. Like, I know you guys see a lot of sneakers around here, and you guys are probably think, oh wow, you know, this guy can talk. But all this I have right here did not come from working. I'll tell you that right now. It came from just, you know, being smart with the sneakers, not holding too much value to them, and just trading them, you know, buy, sell, trading them. That's what I do. I mean, I know a lot of people aren't into that, you know, resellers get a bad rap, but to me, seriously, I just don't hold sneakers that important to me. So that's why through the years, depending on certain releases, like during, let me see if I can give you guys a good example. But then in 2012, you know, kind of recently, I also did the same thing with the newer breads. Right here, I ended up getting like 20 pairs of these, and made a really good amount of money off of them, and that's how I'm able to get more shoes today. So it's just through recycling, it's through just using sneaker money to get more sneakers. You know, you can call me a reseller, I don't mind. I know I'm gonna get probably a little bit of heat for that, but I just don't see myself ever spending my own like personal hard-earned money to buy this stuff, because in the end, guys, it's just a bunch of materials. It's leather, plastic, you know, whatever you want to call it. and they don't really hold too much value to me. The only shoe that does is my Grail hair. If you guys been following me long enough, you know why, but I don't know, I just want to get that out there. I know I got a lot of younger viewers, and sometimes when they see all these sneakers, they get caught up and think, oh, you know, what do you do for money? You must have like a really nice job and all that. I have a full-time job, but I don't spend every like paycheck on sneakers. I just don't. Another thing I would do is cash back, you know, Ebates and what else guys, Ebates, eBay. You get cash back for money you spend. So when I buy sneakers from there and I use Ebates, you get a return, you get cash back. I also use Discover. I've gotten like thousands and thousands of dollars cash back. That's another way that I'm able to, you know, get more money for sneakers. But mostly it's through trades. It's through selling somewhat limited sneakers, I guess you could say. At the same time, I keep some of them. You know, I'm not like, I don't sell every sneaker that I get. You know, that's just not me. And nowadays, it's even harder to sell. So like probably for the last year or two, I haven't really sold sneakers for a profit, because realistically, there's no profit to be made now. Back then, maybe around 2010, 2012, I would make maybe anywhere from $100 to $200 per sneaker, like selling it. So you can imagine, like there's sometimes I would have 20, 30 pairs of sneakers that I could sell, and that's how I slowly kind of built up my my account for my hobby. So that's pretty much the main part of it, is, you know, through selling, making smart decisions as far as buying. The cash back thing also helps. Like I said, through the years I've gotten thousands of dollars back on that, but at the same time you have to spend money to get it. So I know this video is not going to be helpful. It's not like a tips or advice thing. It's more or less just my experience in kind of sharing, you know, what I've done to get money for my sneakers. So a lot of people do different things. If you're younger, I would suggest just trying to get a job at doing what you can do. I mean, there's certain states, they don't allow you to work till you're about 16 or so. I believe for me, I didn't work until I was 15 or 16. I got like a job permit, and then from there you can be like a bus boy or something. So that's what I did initially to get sneakers, and then slowly I just kind of bought more and more sneakers, and then to a point where I just bought some to kind of like sell, trade, and then that's how I got where I am now. So it took a lot of years, I would say more than 10 years, guys. This doesn't happen overnight. I know sometimes you guys see my collection vids and things like that and think, whoa, this guy just, you know, bought a ton of sneakers overnight. It doesn't happen that way. It happens, you know, over time and just through knowledge, experience, and things like that. So let me know what you guys think. Leave more questions if you want me to do more vids. I got about 2 or 3 more that I'm going to address other questions with. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. Thumbs up and subscribe for more vids. Peace.